So much more. Figured out that you were faking. No use in you pretending. Did you think that I could take this?
And as you can see, it looks like a normal furnace. I think you can throw coal in there and it'll burn stuff. And here's your slots for upgrades, which we will get to in a few moments. First off, let's go up and let's change it to day first, dawn. And then we're gonna just go up using our levitator, which is from another mod in this mod pack, which we will get to later. As you can see, here's our cable, and we're just gonna toss a few extra of them down just to be safe. And then do that. Grab a bat box right there. I think those are the sides that work. I can't remember. I know what I'm doing, I promise. By promise means I almost sort of kind of might one day have an idea. Okay, yeah, that looks like it. And if this video is a little jittery, I am sorry for that. My computer is just getting mad at me for some odd reason. And then, as you can see, if you right click the solar panel, you can charge something in it there and it'll tell you how much of its optimal power, whatever you want to call it, it is producing right there. And then we're just gonna shift click the rest of these on here. And toss them all on. Why aren't they appearing? Am I too close? Maybe. I don't know. My knowledge of vanilla Minecraft is limited, as is unfortunately my knowledge of Minecraft in general. Now let's see, can we click that? Let's just go down. Yes, I am in creative mode. Okay, I think the circle is where it outputs power, so let's just grab a wrench real quick. And it's one of these. We will just grab all three types. And when the circle is facing, the circle is the output. I forgot all about that. Not that wrench. That doesn't look like it either. There it is. That was it. Okay, it's this wrench. This is the industrial craft wrench, I think. And to make that, you need bronze. That's right. I know what I'm doing. I will figure this out. And let's just clear out the inventory because we're done with all that stuff. And we're just going to hop back over here to go back down our elevator type thing, deal, whatever you want to call it. Whoa. And then we're just going to drop down through the water with the sign and safely get away. And I don't need you or you anymore. I have stopped the water. And if we come here, it is fully powered, which means it'll be able to cook things up. So let's just grab iron ore for an example. And then you take the iron ore, you throw it in there, and it is making iron, right? That's an iron ingot. I'm just going to leave that in there for now and toss these. Now, to make all this, that's what we're going to talk about now. The solar panels I have included just because I use them. You can also use things like generators of any type. You know, all of that stuff to give your iron furnace power, your, not iron furnace, electric furnace. But this is what it takes to make the solar panel. You're going to need a generator, which, let's look that up because I forgot to grab one. Generator, there it is. Recipe for that is a furnace, a machine block, and an RE battery. For the machine block, it's 8 refined iron. We will talk about those in just a second. For the RE battery, it is not telling me. I think it's 10 with redstone, or 10 with empty space in the middle and then a copper cable. 10, 10, copper cable, I think. Oh, wait. Darn it. That was your generator. I could have just clicked it there. Then your electronic circuit. You're going to need a lot of these for industrial craft, or yeah, I think it's industrial. Yeah, I think it's industrial craft. So they're really simple, just like that, which I also have in a chest right here. You can do them this way or sideways with the copper cable. They are able to rotate 90 degrees, and I don't know how many electronic circuits you get, but you get some. For the electric furnace, you'll need 2 bits of redstone there. This is in a 3x3 crafting grid. Your iron furnace and another one of those electronic circuits. Then to make an iron furnace, it's simple. Either a block out of regular iron, or take your furnace and then 5 iron. This method here does save you 3 iron, obviously. And you get an iron furnace either way. Then the iron furnace itself is helpful in that, for example, I think everything lasts 20% longer, or 25% longer, something like that. I think it's 25% longer, because one piece of coal will burn 10 items instead of 8. And then the way you get refined iron is simple. You take your iron ingot and you smelt it again. And it'll smelt, 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 smelty, smelt, 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 and there's your refined iron. Now these upgrade slots, let's talk about those real quick. I think you just type in upgrade. And look at all those upgrades. Most of those have nothing to do with this. That is a blank upgrade, which is what you use to make all of these other ones. It ain't easy. At least I think this is it. No. To make overclocker upgrades, and these are all the upgrades that'll work for it. I don't think the blank upgrade is it. Looking at it, the blank upgrade is for MFFS, or something like that. Here's the overclocker upgrade. It'll take 2 copper cables, and electronic circuit, and some coolant cells. Now, I'm not going to get into how to make all the stuff for this, but this is the only one I'm showing you. They're not that expensive, most of them. Some of them do take some stuff, like some major stuff. This one is almost a battery box. It just has a battery in the middle. Range upgrade, which would do nothing for this. The frequency transmitter, I think, may be expensive. And then color upgrade. No idea what that even does. But the overclocker upgrade, let's just grab... That's too many. It can only work with, I believe it works best with 8. Now we've got 4 slots. That's because you can get a transformer upgrade. Now you can throw 64 in there and it just isn't gonna matter. 2 is the max you'll ever be able to use. That's because each one thrown in there upgrades its ability to accept power. Right now I think it's only able to accept power, or was able to accept power at 32 EU a tick. It would not be able to accept the, I think it's 120 then 240 EU a tick. Or 120 and then 250, something like that. You know what, let's just check. MF. That's the MFE, MFSU, and we're just going to grab one of each of those. They're the upgrades from the bat box. And we'll even grab a bat box, just to speed this on up a little bit. You got your bat box, MFE, and MFSU. Your bat box outputs at 32 EU a tick. MFE at 128, so it's 3264, 4 times the previous there. And then 512 EU a tick, which I'm sure you can think would power this immensely fast, which allows you to put those overclocker upgrades to use. Now let's go back to the upgrade. I don't think any of the others will actually help this. Maybe the energy storage? Probably not. That one's going to take a little bit to power up, mostly because I think it's too many. Let's just knock that down to 8. That is some serious energy storage. I mean, it's still going up, and I just made it dawn, which means that battery box is being pumped back up. That's what that does. Now, let's grab a stack of iron, just iron, and see how quickly it will smelt into refined iron. And I'm going to take out the energy storage upgrade because I do believe that we can pump in power fast enough that it will not break this. And as you can see, it is considerably faster. I think 8 is the maximum you can get with the overclock upgrades, and it's, you know, in the amount of time it told me to tell you that, we got 33 of these. I think it just drained the bat box. Completely drained. I'm going to check that. Now, that does mean that this thing is really fast in its draining potential, but you know, stuff like that, when you seriously overclock something, you can expect it to go empty fast. Yeah, these are not operating at all. We have to turn off the rain and then give it a few moments. Hopefully it will go back up. The rain has to go away. There we go. Okay, now it is starting to get power, and it is keeping up with it, but barely. Let's go back down there and see how well it's doing. I mean, if it's working at normal speed, it will already be done by the time we get down there, probably. So let's just look at this. Oh my god, it's ticking along quite quickly. Now, one thing about the overclock upgrades is they make it work a lot faster, but it also takes more energy per process to do it than it would normally take. So that's been the iron furnace. I do believe that it can accept power from every single side. I'm not going to check that, but thank you for watching. This has been Odius of Tiki Productions, and have a good day.